Idol, sa ating unang sumbong at aksyon, makakausap niyo po Idol si Miss Arian Ferzas na di umano'y inatake sa Twitter pagkatapos sa suspensyon ng kanyang best friend na si Miss Camille Kimno na may lihim na relasyon sa kanyang nobyo na si Mr. Francis Villote. Ngayon Idol, makakausap niyo po si Miss Arian Ferzas.
Magandang hapon po, Ma'am Marian.
Magandang hapon din po, Kuya Idol.
Sino pala to si Ma'am Camille Kimno? Kano-ano niyo po ba ito?
Best friend ko po siya, Kuya Idol. Matagal na po, simula pa mga bata pa po kami. Kaya hindi ko po matanggap kung ano yung ginawa niya sa akin.
Ano bang punot dulo ng problema niyo?
Nagsimula po kasi to Idol nung last week po, nung October 13. Nung nakita ko po yung tweet niya sa Twitter na nagsasabing ako daw po yung nasa litrato kasama ang nobyo niya. Kahit hindi naman po talaga yung totoo, Kuya Idol. Kasi nung October 13, hindi po yung nobyo yan yung kasama ko. Ang kasama ko po is yung mga classmate ko po. Nag-iinuman po kami. Kaya hindi po ako nakauwi sa dorm namin ni Camille. Kaya hindi ko talaga maintindihan kung bakit naniniwala siya dun sa nagsumbong sa kanya na ako daw yung nasa litrato. Hindi naman talaga yung totoo, Kuya Idol.
So ganito pala yung nangyari, Ma'am Marian. Sige nga po, kausapin ko po si Ma'am Camille para sa kanyang panig. Magandang hapon po, Ma'am Camille.
Hello po, Kuya Tulfo.
Totoo bang umuwi si Arya noong October 13? Kasi ang nakalagay dito sa papel ko hindi siya umuwi kasi kasama nga niya yung boyfriend mo.
Opo, Kuya Tulfo. Sabi po na aking kaibigan na nakakita sa kanila ay magkasama nga po sila ni Francis noong October 13. Di ko po kasi makontak si Francis noong October 13 at di po umuwi si Aryan noong araw na yon. Kaya nagduda po ako na baka totoo ngang magkasama sila noong gabing yon.
Sino bang nag-send sa'yo ng litrato?
Yung kaibigan ko po na si Abigail, nakita niya raw po ang dalawa na naglalandian sa may Manila Bay.
Si Abigail? Sino yan si Abigail? Paki-contact nga yan, Stacy.
Sige po, Idol.
Magandang hapon po, Ma'am Abigail. Totoo ba tong sinabi mo kay Ma'am Camille na ikaw po raw yung nag-send sa kanya ng litrato? Totoo bang si Aryan at si Francis yun?
Hello po, Idol. Totoo po na si Arian at Francis yun. Kitang-kita po ng dalawang mata ko kung paano sila
Uy,
naglandian sa
sinungaling
harap
ka,
ng Manila
malandi
Bay.
ka. Hindi yun ako. Hindi yun ako, Kuya Idol. Sinungaling ka, malandi ka. Sabi
Ma'am,
hindi
wait
yun
lang
ako.
po,
May
ma'am.
ebidensya
Wait lang po,
ako.
Ma'am, wait lang po, ma'am. Yung bibig niyo po, may nahon lang po muna kayo, ma'am, ha? Sige po. Continue niyo po yung sinasabi niyo.
Kuya Idol, hindi po siya nagsasabi ng totoo. May ebidensya ako na hindi ko kasama si Francis nung araw na yun. Kasi nga po, yung sinabi ko kanina, nag-iinuman kami ng mga kaklase ko. Kaya imposible po magkasama kami ni Francis nung araw na yun.
O nga, ma'am, nag-send ka nga sa amin ng ebidensya. Mayroon dito, nag-send si Ma'am Aryan po, Ma'am Abigail, ng ebidensya. Kasama nga raw niya po yung mga kaibigan niya. Ano pong masasabi niyo, Ma'am Abigail? Hello po, ma'am? Hello, Ma'am Abigail? Stacy, saan na ba to si Ma'am Abigail? Hindi na makontak. Parang kaduda-duda na itong mga kinikilos niya.
Idol Justina, sa kabilang linya na po si Francis.
Hello, Francis. Ang gwapo-gwapo mo naman, sir. Sino ba talaga yung kasama mo nung araw na yon?
Uy, sabihin mo ang totoo, Francis. Alam nating dalawa na hindi tayo magkasama nung araw na yun. Alam natin yun. Kaya sabihin mo na ang totoo, Francis, parang awa mo na, wag niyo akong idamay sa kagaguhan niyo. Ang dami kong mas nasakit na salita na natanggap sa social media dahil sa mga ginagawa niyo. Kaya sabihin mo na, pakiusap lang, no? Pati ang relasyon namin ng best friend ay nasisira dahil sa mga kabalistugan mo. Umayos ka.
Hindi po ko yan, Adlo Rafi. Edited lang po yan.
Kung hindi ikaw yan, Francis, ano palang ginawa mo nung araw na yon? Bakit hindi ka makontak ng girlfriend mo na si Ma'am Camille?
Hindi ko po nasagot ang call kasi nakatulog po ako sa sobrang pagod.
Imposible yan, sir.
Palusot mo.
Imposible yan, sir. Hindi ka makontak ng girlfriend mo, hindi mo naramdaman yung call niya o yung narinig mo lang yung call niya. Parang kaduda-duda yan, sir, ah. Anong masasabi mo dito, Miss Camille?
Di ko po yun magagawa kay Camille, Kuya Tulfo.
Ang kapal ng mukha mo, manloloko ka. Pagkatapos ko ibuhos at ng pagmamahal ko sa'yo, ganito lang balik mo sa akin. Saan ba ako nagkulang?
Francis, Sir Francis, sabihin niyo na lang po talaga ang totoo. Sayang naman yung relasyon nila Aryan at Camille. Ang alam naman natin na walang kasalanan si Aryan. Kaya, ang focus natin ngayon ang relasyon nyo. Ano ba ang totoo, Sir Francis?
Hindi ko na po kaya pa maglihim kay Camille. Ang totoo po niyan, si Abigail po talaga ang kasama ko. Siya po yung nasa litrato. Plinano lang po talaga namin na si Aryan yung paghinalaan para may tago po namin ang aming relasyon ni Abigail.
Bingo! Kaya pala naputol yung linya ni Abigail.
Walang hiya kay Francis, mga manloloko, mga ahas. Bakit yung ginawa sa amin to?
Nasasaktan ako sa iyo, Camille. Hindi ko na kaya. Sabi na lang ang nagpapasaya sa akin.
Kung ganyan pala, Francis, ay dapat hiniwalayan mo na lang si Camille. Madami kang nadamay na tao, oh. O mga netizen, kung ayaw nyo na sa mga partner nyo, ay dapat breakan nyo na para wala na kayong madamay na ibang tao. O, Aryan, ano bang gusto mong mangyari? Gusto mo bang kausapin si Ma'am Camille para magkabati na kayo? Kasi sayang naman yung pagkakaibigan nyo.
Opo, Kuya Idol. Gusto ko po na magkaayos na po kami. Kasi sayang yung lifetime friendship namin eh. Tapos masisira lang dahil sa problemang ito.
Pasensya na din talaga dahil pinagdudahan ko kayong dalawa ni Francis. Napansin ko kasi masyado kayong malapit sa isa't isa. Pasensya na din dahil naniwala ko kagad kay Abigail. Sana yung mapatawad mo pa ako.
Okay lang yun, okay lang yun, Camille. Kasi biktima naman kasi tayong dalawa eh. Ang kaibahan lang eh, ako yung pinagbintangan tapos ikaw ay niloko. Pero sana naman, Camille, sa susunod, hindi ka maniwala agad sa mga fake news na ito. Ako yung best friend mo eh. Hindi sila eh. Bakit mas naniniwala ka sa kanila? Dapat kasi tinatanong mo ako kasi ako yung kaibigan mo. Sana naman hindi mo na ako pagdududahan next time para hindi na ito maulit.
Pasensya na talaga. Gusto mo ba gumala na lang tayo?
Sure, why not? Na-miss din kita eh.
Mga kapatid, o ayan, nagkabatian na nga yung dalawa. Dapat hindi agad maniwala sa mga chismis o kwento-kwento para hindi kayo mahantong sa mga problemang ito. O, mga netizen, alam nyo na, huwag na nating iba si Ma'am Aryan kasi wala naman talagang kasalanan si Ma'am Aryan. Tigilan na natin yung mga issue-issue sa Twitter. Abay, pwede kayong kasuhan yan, cyberbullying yan. O, ito na ang katapusan ng issue natin, ha? O, nalaman na natin yung mga katotohanan. O, Cristel, ano ba ang reaksyon ng mga netizen natin dyan?
Yes naman, Idol. Ito naman galing kay Miss Lay. Dapat talagang kasuhan yan si Abigail, sinungaling masyado. Ang harsh mo naman, Miss Lay. Ito naman galing kay Mr. Chester. Dapat tayong mga lalaki, honest at loving sa ating mga nobya. True! At panghuli kay Miss Shaznay. Sa susunod, di agad mag-post-post. Kausapin muna ang kaibigan, lalo na't wala pang matibay na ebidensya. Tama ka naman dyan, Miss Shaznay. Shout out sa'yo dyan. At sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, make sure to click the bell button para lagi kayong updated kay Mr. Justin.
After that example, do you have a clue on what our topic is all about? Chapter 10. More of the Signs of the Times. Results reveal that the commonly used devices are the following: mobile phones, laptops, media player, tablet, iPod, pocket Wi-Fi, and digital camera. Results mention that there is so much more to digital usage among our young people than meets the eye. with the average of 5 to 6 hours spent by students in front of a digital device. In fact, recent studies have shown that because this generation generally has short attention span, the deluge of information on print, on television, and especially on social media has become a very wide platform for fake news. So what is fake news?
It is a type of yellow journalism that exhibits a deliberate attempt to misinform its intended audience via traditional media, and nowadays much more through social media. In the past, this phenomenon was only loosely called sensationalism, as it was perceived to be a vehicle to satirize a news item in order to generate public interest. But sensationalism has taken a backseat to fake news. Fake news has been defined by this generation as a tool to mislead its audience in order to gain financially or politically.
In the business side, social media has become a breeding ground for advertisements that hide behind very catchy news and feature articles. Online advertisers today have developed a keen sense of how to use online clickbait headlines and lure readers into reading news items regardless of their veracity. More specifically, engage in massive online advertising clothing in fake news. Is the concept of fake news an entirely new concept or a concept spawned by recent generations? No, it's not.
Ancient history had its fair of fake news, which were called lies and propagandas, but nonetheless sprang from the same intention of farming up stories and or individuals. Other stories of falsehood were already existence in the past and have affected lives and history itself to unimaginable lengths.
Citizens across nations should have realized that the concept of fake news has hounded us over time, and we should have dealt with it a long time ago in the strongest terms possible. But there is no use crying over spilled milk. Communication experts today have finally realized that fake news is already hitting us in the face, and that we do not have a choice but to fight it head on.
Fake news are classified in these ways. First is parody. It is a news with the intention to fool or making fun of what is being discussed. Second is false connection. It is a content with misaligned or misleading captions. Third is misleading content. It is a content which deliberates an intention of framing a story or an individual. Fourth is false content. It is a content with legitimate content combined with those imagined or involved. Fifth is imposter content. It is a content with imagined and trusting sources. Sixth is a manipulated content. It is a content with photos or other images deliberately altered. Lastly is deceptive news. It is 100% false content with the intentions or bent on harming organizations or individuals.
Major news organizations have developed some ways to recognize fake news. Some of these ways are: first, read the past headline and check the source. Second, verify the authors and the date of publication. Third, check if it is only meant to make you laugh. Fourth, consult experts. And lastly, re-examine your own biases and prejudices.
This generation, our generation, must exercise extreme caution before believing and subscribing to what we see on TV, what is read on print, and much more seriously, what we have on our newsfeed every time we check our social media accounts. Our responsibility is to get the habit of fact-checking, source verification, and a sense of objectivity before taking news item to be true and reliable. Real news come from legitimate and recognized news organization. Let us give this organization their well-deserved attention.
Problems and potential consequences in spreading fake news. First, bullying and violence. Individuals involved may be harassed on social media and targeted by insults and threats. Second, democratic impact. It is now known that false information plays a major role in elections, for example. It is one of the reasons why the media has spoken so much about fake news phenomenon because this is a democratic issue. Third, harm in people's health. Fake and misleading news related to medical treatments are known to be found anywhere and could lead you to make decisions that may be harmful to your health. Fourth, can become a habit. The fact that a lie is repeated numerous times, people will begin to believe that it is the truth. Fifth, effect on people. With so much false information going around, it has an effect on consumers' view of news media. It erodes the trust that they should have in the media.
How can we become a positive media influencer in our own way? Before using media, we must always think. Think stands for T. Is it true? Always observe and think if the information that you've seen in media is true or not. This will help you to be responsible in gathering the right information and true information from media. H. Is it helpful? Think and visualize if the information or the media is helpful for you. This will help you to be responsible in deciding if you really need the information that you've seen in the media. I. Is it informative? Always think if the information from the media is informative or just a nonsense junk. This will help you to use the media to gather reliable information and not just for entertainment and nonsense things. N. Is it necessary? Think if it is really necessary for you. Always think if you really need the media or information before using it or gathering the information. Don't use the media in nonsense things. Use the media right. Use it for information or communication purposes. K. Is it kind? In using media, always think if the person or the information is kind. And by the word kind, it means always think if the information or the person you interacting with will not harm you or not going to be harmful for you. These tips will surely help each and every one of us to be responsible netizens in using media. Do not abuse the use of media and use it in a right and responsible way. Just always remember, keep calm and think before you click.